Are the finest examples out there, the MJ and the YJ.
Well, Dad, I can definitely say I learned a lot today, like, to be honest.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Walk, the Olympic edition.
The Olympic edition, yeah. It's been one pretty insane week in the DFW area. If anybody's been watching, some are calling it Dallaska and the snowpocalypse, and it's been pretty real, I would say.
Snowmageddon.
Snowmageddon, all the above.
There's another reason why we're calling it the Olympic edition is in 1988, Jeep was the title sponsor to the Olympics.
Well, that's a fun fact that I did not know.
And we just happen to have two of the finest examples of 1988 Jeep products that were built that year. So grab your cup of joe and let's go.
Let's go. So when you were telling me about this coffee walk, you were saying this is going to be an educational experience for me because these are two Jeeps that I really don't know all that much about.
And you don't see them that often at Collins Brothers, and there's two reasons why. It's not that we don't like the YJ or the MJ, it's just that we rarely see them in low mileage condition like I like to buy on the CJ side of it. So this first one here is an MJ, which is built on the Cherokee platform, which you know as an XJ.
Okay.
The four-door square box looking Jeep, which is very, very desirable and people still love them. The reason you don't see many MJs is people use them up and put a ton of miles on them because they were a 4-liter, they were multi-port fuel injected, and they were very reliable. So these were built from 1985 to 1992.
Was this the first Jeep with a truck bed on it, or was there anything
It was
prior
not.
to this?
It was not, but it was the first one on the XJ platform with a truck bed.
Okay.
So you're only talking there was 169,000 of these built from 85 to 92, so roughly a 9-year run, and you count 85 as one of the years. So that's a really low number. This particular one is factory black.
Well, that's got to be desirable.
Absolutely.
I know that. I know that. I know that at least.
That's one of my favorite colors in anything. Charcoal interior. And then, of course, the reason why this one is here, not only because of the condition, but what are the miles? Check that out.
I would say pretty low if it passed your test. Is that 14,720 or 1,000?
That's 14,720. So 14,720 miles.
I would say that falls in your low mileage category.
It is extremely low mileage. In the whole time, you know, we've run Collins Brothers, we rarely ever see a low mileage MJ any condition. Now they made these in 4 cylinders, and they made them in 6 cylinders, and obviously the 6 cylinder is more desirable. But what's really neat about this one that attracted me to it a lot was this one, since new, had a camper on it and a bed mat in it, and never had anything hauled in it.
Wow,
so look at the bed of this thing. You know, where are you going to find that?
Reminds me of the bed of the dually. It's
yeah,
just beautiful.
And to restore one of these is just, it can be done, but it's just cost prohibitive. It'd be so hard to find some of these items.
I didn't even notice the stripe kit
Kit's
when we
cool,
walked up at first.
So this is the Pioneer Edition, is what this edition was. You know, like on a CJ, there'd be a Laredo, Renegade. This was a Pioneer Comanche. And another neat option, and check out right here.
Oh, look, it's got the Olympic sponsor thing on it.
Jeep USA, Olympic sponsor.
I think that needs to come back.
Yeah, that is a factory rear sliding window in this from the factory. And it's an automatic, which in the MJs is also rare, just like everything else. These Wranglers are still carbureted. These MJs and the XJs were not. It's a high option, it is. Power steering, power brakes, AC automatic, it is highly optioned. And being it was a 4-liter 6-cylinder with 14,000 miles. So an incredibly nice MJ. Now 88 was the highest year for production. Out of the 169,000, there was like 43,000 of them were made this year. So this is the highest year. It's either 43 or 34, I don't remember, but it was the highest production year. It's an original, unrestored, black, charcoal gray, 14,000 mile Comanche truck. I mean, you never see these on the road.
So this may be a stupid question, but where did a majority of these end up? Do you know?
Just literally used up.
Yeah.
We have 3 that are in the wrecking yard. I've kind of been saving back there. I haven't showed anybody.
Yeah, I've seen those.
But we'll look at the miles of those next week. I think they've all got close to 200,000 miles on it, which is not unusual. So in the same year, 1988, you had the YJ Wrangler. Of course, this
which are definitely coming back in style.
They are definitely coming back in style.
Since our Blasberry YJ, we've definitely seen a rise in popularity.
We have been restoring some YJs the last couple of years. But what's neat is to find one totally original like this with 100% original paint. Now this one came in with the original tires on it
Wow.
But we did replace the tires on it because they were dry rotted. And when we serviced this, I figured somebody's probably going to drive this. It may go back into private collection, but we do have the original tires for it. But again, this is a 6-cylinder, but this is a 4.2 liter as opposed to a 4 liter. This is carbureted. You can see the carburetor still on it.
Yeah.
As opposed to fuel injection, the multi-port fuel injection I just showed you. Now, this is also power steering, power brakes, but the color of this right here, if we look on the trim tag, is BM, which is called sand dune yellow. So,
and this year for the colors that they come up with.
So for the YJ Wranglers made from 87 to 95, they made over 600,000 units. Wow. Compared to the 169,000 units in roughly the same period. You know, there's 9 years for this and 8 years for this.
Which would be why it's a lot easier for us to find lower mileage YJs versus.
It is, but we still don't see very many low mileage YJs.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare. And, you know, as the CJs were all special ordered SPOs with automatics, a YJ automatic was still an SPO. So look inside here and see what we got.
What does SPO stand for?
Special order option.
Special order
instead of RPO, which is regular production order. So what do we have? We've got an automatic.
Yeah.
How many miles are on it?
17,283.
17,283 actual miles. This is totally original except for the tires, which we just replaced.
So these seats are original?
They are, and look at the inside of the seat. So.
Wow, this is really, that's really cool. I don't know if I've ever, I'm sure I've seen it before, but I don't know if I've noticed that detail.
So what that's actually called is, you know how the CJ is denim? Mm-hmm. The insert of this is denim, but it's called Jeep denim.
So it's Jeep denim on denim?
Correct. Well, it has Jeep imprinted in it.
Yeah, that's really.
So if you look at that, the imprint of the seat actually says Jeep inside of it. And on the trim tag on the firewall, you can tell what the interior was. If you get down here, you've got, I've got to get up where that code is. You've got B as in bucket seats, D, which was Jeep denim. And then, of course, you got on here the BM for the sand dune yellow. Now, if you notice these seats, they're actually the same seat that was used in the CJ. The same basic seat in the console in it is a CJ console.
So if it's the same seat, if these were out of the YJ, would there be any way to tell if it was a CJ or a YJ seat?
Not if the covers are off. So you can use YJ seats, and sometimes we do use the YJ seats in CJ restoration when we need them. Because this is an early one. This is an 88. 87 was the first year. This was also the first year of this style mirror, okay? And then in 87 on the YJ was the first year of this half door.
What would be the difference of that style mirror versus before?
The 87 mirror looked like an old truck mirror. It was like
oh, it had the real
looking
long
camper thing, yeah. And if you'll notice, the 87 to 88 doors don't have the door locks in them yet. But CJ's never had half doors. So the YJ was the first half door Jeep, and these carry on all the way through the TJ series. It was really popular.
Well, I know you love the half doors.
I do love the half doors.
Even in the new stuff, you love the half doors.
Yeah, even the JKs, you know, the JLs, you can special order them. As a matter of fact, our 392 is coming in soon. It's a half door Rubicon.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's checked that out yet, but it's the power that Jeep's always deserved, I think.
This is original top. This color code is tan denim. The side steps are an option on this Jeep. The roll bar padding is an option on this Jeep. But I want you to look inside it. It looks like it's never, like the passenger seat and back seat has never been sat in.
It really does.
Carpets are perfect. And we did pull.
Is the carpet original?
Carpet's original. We pulled the carpets out of this and shot pictures of the floors because I want you guys to see it. It's just amazing. Just an absolutely rust-free Jeep. But I mean, the interior is just absolutely beautiful in this Jeep. There's another thing that's kind of a rare option on the carpeting in this Jeep is on the inside here, Kels. If you look inside on both sides, it's carpeted. Mm-hmm. That was part of a quiet package that made it quiet in the interior and just trimmed out a little bit better. And you've got the bumperettes on the back, look like a CJ.
It does look like a CJ from the back.
Yeah, and you remember how you filled your Trans Am for gas?
Yes, I
check that out.
Made that mistake once. I used to have an all-original Trans Am, the 10th anniversary edition, made my way to the gas station for the first time and couldn't figure out how to fill it up. And then, yeah, I actually called my mom. And she told me to walk around to the back, and yeah, that's how I learned that one.
The fuel fill on the CJs was on the right-hand side, and then
that's
on the
cool.
YJ,
That's neat. I like hiding.
I
like hiding it there.
And the other thing a lot of people don't know, but this body tub dimensionally is the same as a CJ.
Is this the piece that I was looking at some YJ forums and people were searching everywhere for the license plate flip deal.
What they're looking for is the piece that it flips down, you flip it up, and it stays down so you can fill it up. Oh. So there used to be a piece manufactured that went right here and it'd hold it down so you don't have to hold it.
I feel like we may need to do that soon.
Yeah, if anybody's got one of those at your house, send it to us, because we can make them.
Pretty cool.
Very similar tire stop to a CJ, similar taillights to a CJ. But I mean, beautiful color.
Yeah, these are beautiful. I like how understated the
sand dune yellow.
The sand dune yellow is in the stripe package and stuff. It's even like doesn't crazy stick out on both, but it definitely adds to the Jeep.
But it's a really rare color. I think this is a somewhere between a 3% and a 5% color, which means of that year, that's all that were done. And then you add the fact that only 20% of them were automatics. Running the numbers, there was maybe 600 sand dune yellow automatics. I think it's way less than that, but that would be the biggest number ever.
Wow.
And to find one with 17,000 miles on like this that's never been touched, I think this is probably the finest sand dune yellow automatic in the world. So it's crazy cold outside, so we have our boots on. And there you go, the Olympic edition, 1988 Jeeps. Two of the finest examples out there, the MJ and the YJ.
Well, Dad, I can definitely say I learned a lot today, to be honest.
Which one do you like the best?
I love the truck.
You like the truck?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, not a huge yellow gal, but it is beautiful. The Jeep is beautiful, yeah.
All right, you guys, please like, tag, share, and follow, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in this week, and stay warm.